origin. I now possess the power to end hunger, to abolish disease, to eliminate crime, to establish a perfectly content, perfectly ordered world, all under the benevolence of my iron will.
Victor Von Doom, the dreaded Lord of Latveria today, tomorrow, the world. This man is the ultimate comic book character, an unholy mixture of science, magic, and undiluted style. Dr. Doom is the final boss of Marvel. He's everyone's arch nemesis, and he's battled every hero from Captain America to Spider-Man and beyond. And so today, we're gonna bear witness to the glory and majesty that is Doom by reviewing some of his battles with those who would dare stand against him. But no matter what we witness here today, we need to remember one vital thing. Doom never loses. He merely prolongs his victory for sport. Let's do it, mate. Marvel versus Dr. Doom. But first, just who is this maniac in the metal mask? To answer that question, we must venture into the Fantastic Four Annual Number 2, where our unworthy eyes shall get a glimpse into the dawn of Doom. The man who would be Doom was once but a boy called Victor, part of a family of gypsies who had settled in Latveria. The Baron, owner of the Latverian land, had been a cruel lord to the travellers, but he had turned to Victor's father, Werner, an experienced healer, when his wife was on her deathbed. Werner is all Victor has since his mother was executed, and now the Baron has demanded Werner heal his wife with his magic. But there was nothing he could do. The Baroness dies, and the tribe incur the Baron's wrath for her. But Werner and young Victor escape to the harsh wilds of outer Latveria. Though they evade the Baron's guards, the elements spell doom for the Von Dooms. Werner protects his son until their ally Boris can find them, but it's too late for the father. As his dad dies, the only thing tethering the boy to humanity dies alongside him. Swearing revenge for his dynasty, Victor finds the perfect tools in a chest belonging to his late mother. Magical spells and potions reveal the truth. Lady Von Doom had been a sorceress, and now Victor can follow in her footsteps. Victor and loyal Boris travelled the world, growing more powerful and more cunning each day, developing his skills, be they mechanical, physical, or psychological. As Victor grew, so too did his legend. As a teenager, Victor is approached by the dean of an American university with an offer of enrollment. Eager to learn what America can do for him, Victor accepts. The university places the latest scientific equipment at Victor's disposal, and Victor's dark dreams would become reality, so long as he could stomach the other fools who attended the school. Fools like Reed Richards and Benjamin Grimm. But all of Victor's struggles would be rewarded when Von Doom achieves his goals, even if that snivelling pest Richards believes his equations are wrong. Von Doom's ultimate goal is finally within reach, a way to contact the Netherworld and reunite with his lost parents. But fate laughs at Victor's plans when his device blows up in his face, scarring the handsome visage of Von Doom. But it's not just his face that is destroyed, his reputation is stained with failure. Expelled for his rogue experiments, science had failed him, so Victor escapes America to seek sorcery instead. An ancient Tibetan tribe teaches Victor the dark secrets of magic, in awe as the stranger seizes their power as his own. Though it takes years, Victor Von Doom becomes a master of both the logical and the illogical, of science and of sorcery. Victor Von Doom hides his failures behind a mask of bone and metal. Born again as the man who would hold the world by its throat, Victor Von Doom had become Doctor Doom. Every villain is the hero of his own story, and every hero needs villains. Let's see how the world's newest tyrant stands against its greatest heroes in Fantastic Four, Issue 5. Doctor Doom's campaign of terror against Reed Richards begins now. Doom strikes without warning, ensnaring the Fantastic Four's home base in a deadly net. An asbestos net. This plot is more evil now than when it was hatched, Christ. Doom, from his badass shark helicopter, addresses the Four, and Reed instantly remembers his nemesis. Doom's first demand? Hand over the Invisible Girl as a hostage. And even though she's only just heard of Doom, Sue Storm knows he's not to be messed with. The Fantastic Four are in awe of the sheer confidence of Victor to challenge them, the world's greatest heroes. So Sue hands herself over without a fight. With the Invisible Girl at his mercy, the rest of the Four don't dare strike. Doom abducts the rest of Reed's band and relocates them to Castle Doom in Latveria, where his motives are revealed. Doom does not concern himself with such petty things as revenge. His goal this time is cold hard cash. He's invented the world's first time machine, and he wants the legendary treasure of Blackbeard the pirate. And if they ever want to see Sue again, the Fantastic Three will go and get it for him. Look at that, mate. Even the great Reed Richards, this self-proclaimed Mr. Fantastic, is destined to do the bidding of Doom. And to give the Fantastic Fools credit, they pull it off. Only, there's one secret to these gems that Doom didn't mention to the heroes. The original owner of this treasure was the wizard Merlin. The gems and jewels are enchanted with enough power to make their owner invincible. The Fantastic Four have handed Doom the key to world domination. Or they would have, had they not been such bumbling imbeciles. During their high seas adventure for the treasure, they'd accidentally scattered the treasure to the ocean floor because of a storm. Can Richards do anything right? His attack dog Grim strikes out at Doom and seems to be victorious as the Doctor crumbles, but it's all a facade. A Doom bot stood in his place, but the true Doom had been watching, and like the emperors of old, he gives a thumbs down. Unfortunately, Doom's plot of draining the oxygen from his enemies is foiled by the Invisible Wench. She sabotages Doom's devices and frees her family in time, but before they can dare lay a hand on Doom, the Mastermind makes good his escape. So the whole time ever since his first appearance, Doctor Doom's been all about pride. His first adventure is about him forcing the world's greatest heroes to do his dirty work for him. I love how he looks on the cover. The green metal mask makes him look bizarre as hell. He looks boss. And mate, the balls on Doom. His first foray into supervillainy, and he chooses to fight the world's most powerful. It's no wonder this ended in a stalemate. The Fantastic Four are no joke. Surely any lesser superhero would crumble before Doom's might. Let's find out when the Doctor battles the menace of New York's street level, the amazing Spider-Man. Go on, Spidey, give him a hug. J. Jonah Jameson, a man whose arrogance rivals that of Doom himself, offers a reward for the true identity of the bane of his life, the masked vigilante known as Spider-Man. $1,000 he's offering, and to be worthy of such a bounty, this Spider-Man must be quite the menace. Doom believes. Perhaps the perfect pawn to assist Doom in finally defeating the Fantastic Four once and for all. Doom uses this massive spider to tap into Spider-Man's extra-human senses and leave a message for the costumed criminal. theorising Spidey's powers go beyond the physical. And it's a pretty good guess as the signal is received by Peter Parker, the civilian identity of the Wallcrawler. Peter suits up and he's very shocked to see his summoner is none other than the Lord of Latveria, Dr. Doom. The Great Doom intends on using the Spider-Man to obliterate his foes, and then, when the task is complete, he shall dispose of him too. The Webbed Wonder is but a tool for Doom. But there's more to Spider-Man than meets the eye. Spidey's reputation is tarnished enough. He doesn't need Doom to make him look even worse. But if you're not with Doom, you're against Doom. The Doctor had offered Spider-Man friendship, and he had spat in his face. A fight breaks out between the two outlaws. Spider-Man matches Doom's wits, while Doom matches Peter's strength. So all the webhead can do is escape into the murky waters below. But Doom isn't done with him yet. New plan. Discover the true name of the Spider-Man, blackmail him into servitude, and use him to bait the Fantastic Four into their final adventure. Doom uses his mastery of science to cobble together a spider tracer of his own. One that will react to Peter's powers like a Geiger counter does to radiation, and it isn't long before he corners his arachnid adversary. But unbeknownst to Lord Doom, he doesn't capture the Amazing Spider-Man. Schoolyard bully and Spidey superfan Flash Thompson are dressed up as his favourite hero to give Peter a scare, only now it's Thompson wetting himself. Fortunately for Flash, Doom makes his vendetta public and challenges the Fantastic Four live on television, so when Peter sees that Doom's holding hostage Spider-Man, he knows the real deal had better go and help. A mixture of spider sense and common sense leads Spider-Man back to Doom. He correctly guesses that the broadcasted threat must have took a lot of power to pull off, so he scans the city for buildings with enough electricity until he finally finds the metal-masked madman in an abandoned factory. Doom is taken by surprise by the sudden appearance of the Wallcrawler. Remember, Doom believes he's already got Spider-Man locked up and helpless. Not pleased at being played for a fool, Doom strikes again. But it seems even the technological wizardry of Dr. Doom can't catch up to Spider-Man. He's too fast, he's too agile, and he's too prepared with that spider sense. For a moment, Dr. Doom does seem to win because Spidey falls into his paralysing electro trap. But a thin web line tethering the hero to the villain forces Doom to deactivate it, lest he be defeated by his own device. Eventually, both of them run out of tricks, and they're forced to settle this the old-fashioned way, and Spider-Man admits that Doom fights more like a machine than a man. Cold, calculating, and unstoppable. The fight ends in a draw as the Fantastic Four arrive to accept Doom's challenge. Doom wants to finish his feud with Richards on his own terms, and that accursed Spider-Man has hindered his plans too much this time. Doom retreats to scheme another day, choosing to allow Spider-Man to survive. For now. It was sheer luck that saved Spidey's ass this time. Doom literally fashioned a device to track Spidey down through his own superpowers, so there'd be nowhere Peter could hide when Doom comes calling again. And of course the fight ends in a draw, mate, but in the actual scrap, Doom had Spidey on the ropes more than Spidey had Doom. All Peter could do was dodge Doom's gadgets and death traps, but Doom almost won this fight. All Spider-Man could do was run. Clearly, battling a single lone hero was far too easy. Lord Doom is a man of pride, he needs a challenge. And what greater challenge is there than the world's mightiest heroes? In The Avengers issue 25, Captain America, Hawkeye, Quicksilver, and the Scarlet Witch are about to meet their doom. But before the Avengers even learn of Doom's plots, they have to deal with the trouble at home. Tensions between Captain America and Hawkeye, the team's ace archer, are reaching boiling point thanks to Clint's awful attitude. The cocky Hawkeye believes he would lead the team better than the old-fashioned Steve Rogers, and it's causing some friction within the four. The most distressed is Captain America. When Iron Man, Thor and Giant Man went on leave, Steve promised to keep the team together until they returned, but between the untrusting Maximoff twins and the insubordinate Hawkeye, the pressure's getting to him. But not all the Avengers are feeling so grim, as Wanda and Pietro Maximoff, also known as the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, get some good news. These orphaned mutant twins have discovered a living relative in the land of Latveria, and they plan to travel there immediately to find the family they'd always wanted. Imagine how crushed the fools will be when they discover it was all a trap. Here's something I've always thought was cool about Doom. He's a villain everywhere on Earth, except Latveria, where he's a genuinely beloved king, but not all his subjects are loyal. Days pass and the Avengers make landfall in Latveria. All of Cap's kooky quartet have come along for the ride to support the Maximoffs, and it's a good thing too. The Avengers are immediately arrested. Captain America catches on to who could be behind this when he realises, oh hang on, isn't Latveria owned by Dr. Doom? So Scarlet Witch, chaos magic hexes the locks apart. Now, the pissed off heroes are free. Exactly as the good doctor had planned. Let's see the Avengers escape this! Just like in the Simpsons movie, Latveria becomes a Trappuccino by Doom's giant glass dome. If the heroes want out, they'll have to pry the key from Doom's cold metal hands. The Avengers never shy away from a challenge. Cap, Wanda, Pietro and Clint lay siege to Castle Doom, but it isn't long before they come face to face with the metallic monarch himself. Oh, hang on a minute, it's the exact same plot as the Spider-Man issue. Doom's gonna hold the Avengers hostage to coax the FF into a rescue and then kick their cosmic raid asses to oblivion. Defeating the Avengers is easier said than done, but Doom is a man of his word. Dr. Doom has planned this confrontation perfectly. He makes fools of Cap and Quicksilver. And he even has a machine that nullifies the Scarlet Witch's powers. Where was this during House of M? Astoundingly, it's Hawkeye that does the most damage, melting a hole in Doom's armour with arrows he once used to menace Iron Man. These guys are tougher than Doom suspected, so he thinks it's time to get serious. This dome over Latveria isn't just hindering the Avengers. Doom's subjects are trapped too, including a small crippled boy whose only hope to walk again is a surgeon across the border. But Doom's plot is too great to abandon for the appeasement of one child. The Latverians begin to suspect their master isn't so benevolent after all. The Avengers are the heroes here, and rather than escape Castle Doom, they choose to deactivate the dome for the good of the people, even if it means facing the full wrath of Doom. But no Avenger stands alone. Putting aside their personal grudges, Captain America and Hawkeye stand together, assembled in their mission for justice. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch take over the beatdown as Cap and Hawkeye deactivate the dome. But no matter how it may look, Doom is undefeatable. The Avengers escape in a plume of smoke and across the border, so with no need to close the dome, the Latverians are free once again. Well, free as you can be with an overlord like Dr. Doom. This madman is a master at getting away with it, isn't he? 3 stories, all pitting Doc Doom against the very best that the Marvel Universe has to offer, and he came out of every plot with barely a scratch. The closest Victor got to outright losing was Quicksilver battering him at light speed. Everywhere else, even against bloody Spider-Man, Doom was in complete control. Me personally, I've never really given the Fantastic Four a fair shot, but I've always known that Doom was cool as hell. Whenever some universe level crap's going down, it's usually Vic caught in the middle. Look at the classic Secret Wars for a good example of that. I think my favourite Doom thing is how he does look after his people. Latveria isn't just his evil lair, it's his kingdom, and I like when his people truly believe that he's a hero. The Iron Man villain, Titanium Man, does something similar to this, where he's a villain in America, but to Russia, he's a genuine hero. It adds this cool depth to the baddies. Now that we've got Doom's introductions out the way, we can get to the really good stories, like Triumph and Torment and Doom Quest. What's your favourite story with Doctor Doom? Comment it and I might just cover it next time. And, as always, hail Latveria!